So, we're never going to go away. That's something the guys have bought into. They've seen themselves come through. It's paid off dividends in tournaments in the fall, but this is a different animal. We've got a young squad out here, so it's a completely different animal when it's in a dual match. I saw a lot of young guys looking around today, seeing how their friends are doing, their buddies are doing on the courts, and it's a completely different environment than what they've always been used to, just kind of playing right in front of them and taking care of their match. So, so we learned a lot in that regard, but, proud of the fight and the ability to stay and, come from behind.
Sure. And then just thoughts on the doubles matchups today, because obviously we had different lineups for both matches.
Yeah.
And just where you think the team is regarding doubles throughout the rest of the season.
We're committing to play more of an aggressive point, and so now by doing that we are having to try a bunch of different combinations. But we have our eyes on a few of them. I think for the most part things were looking good. I think for the next month or so, it's going to take about a month for us to get that under control and gain some confidence. But I'm proud of the way the guys committed to the game plan today and went out there. And because of that, we were able to come through in the big moments.
We'll go back to that first match a little bit. I'm sure Charlotte was on your radar a little bit. They had some big matches against Alabama, Tennessee. Jub, we saw get his first win in the spring. What did you see out of his match? And then kind of those other guys that dropped those first sets but still had battle their way back, like we talked about a little bit already. Just what did you see out of those guys? Did they surprise you at all, or is it kind of what you were expecting?
No, we knew Charlotte was coming to play. And they've got a really good doubles point. They took out a couple SEC teams already, I think, in dubs, but challenged them all the way through singles, put themselves in position to win. So we were fortunate enough to know that those guys were coming and they're a good team. So we prepared all week for them, and we were definitely fortunate to get through that doubles point. Like I said, I was happy the way we did that. Jub carrying the flag as always. He went to work on a really good player today. That guy's a high-level player. We've seen him in the fall a little bit, but Jub just kind of went to work and knocked him out pretty quick. And I think that gave a lot of the other guys a lot of confidence to hang around and come forward. So yeah, it was good. And I liked seeing the guys that were struggling a little bit. Maybe Raph on court 4 today. He was coming from behind, but he's slowly getting his feet underneath him, and he came to play at the end there.
What do you guys like the way the non-conference schedule is kind of stacking up for you? Kind of building up to your Clemson, big rivalry match, and then another ranked team coming in next week?
Yeah, love it. Love our schedule this year. Absolutely love it. The teams that we're playing non-conference are knocking off some big teams, around, which we're loving, And so there's a lot of meat left on the bone before SECs, and the whole point is that we just want to get prepared for the SEC season, letting these guys get tested. So we've had a look at a top 5 team already. We're going to have a look at a top 25 team next week. Had a great mid-major team here that is they're going to knock off some big teams, and our guys were able to hang around and impose their will on them. So, we're still learning. We're still learning about our guys, and we're learning about what they're going to bring in the big moments. But today was a good little showing, but we got a lot of work to do.
All right, and then I just had one last one. It's kind of similar to the last question, but how do you feel like today's game or matchups prepared the team going forward, looking to see NC State coming up next, and then obviously rival Clemson's?
Yeah, every match we're trying to get better, so yeah, every match will prepare us for the next one. That's the way the program works. This doesn't necessarily say that we're going to be a good team in May, but there are things that we have to get better on. We'll go down and break film, and we'll figure out what next week's priorities will be as far as practice will go. But we're going to continue to keep moving forward with the program and with each guy. And with that, the team should be getting better as the season goes on. So, yeah, this is necessary. But we saw some things today that we're going to have to get better in order to take down NC State. That's a very good team, and that's a rough place to play in. But so we've got some work to do before we get in there on Saturday.
Sure.